I don't know if you feel the same way, but I get the sense from many people that last year, to try and keep our heads focused and to try and stay positive in spite of all of the challenges that the coronavirus brought, it still seemed doable because somehow, I don't know, somehow in our minds, we had this perception that this is a 2020 issue and it will resolve. And by the beginning of this new year, things would start to come right. And now here we are, and it doesn't seem to be moving as quickly as we had expected. In fact, if anything, you look around the world and it appears that the numbers are actually spiking. Even in Israel, where they have the vaccination program flying at such a pace, their numbers are still on the up and up. And all the restrictions around travel and around socializing and shul and business don't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. So to have faith in Hashem and to be positive last year was one thing. But to have faith in Hashem and be positive this year, when it seems like we're in for a long haul, starts to get a bit tiring and a little bit overwhelming. In the parasha we're going to read tomorrow, we're going to see that before the Jews left Egypt, Hashem told them that they had to take a lamb and tie it to their bed for 4 days, and then that lamb would become the Pesach sacrifice. And that was their mitzvah, because the Jews didn't really have mitzvahs at that point. And Hashem wanted them to have merit of their own, to earn the exodus from Egypt. Specifically, the Jews had become enmeshed in the idolatrous thinking of Egypt. And so part of the process was to allow them to take a deity of Egypt, the lamb, Ares, and to be prepared to sacrifice it, because that would show, okay, now we're cutting the ties with the idolatrous thinking of Egypt. The question is, why 4 days? Why not just do it immediately? Take the lamb, slaughter it. And the answer is because sometimes in the moment you could become so inspired that you could make radical moves and statements, and they don't necessarily mean that you've actually shifted yourself. Whereas 4 days, when you've got to deal with something over a period of time and you've got to stick to your guns and you've got to remain committed, that's where the real depth and growth happens. So it feels kind of similar. To be able to hang on to optimism and trust in Hashem for the long term, much more difficult, but much more meaningful. And that's, please God, what gets us out of our current Egypt. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Stay safe and stay sane.